We're going to bring in Marlene. Hey, Marlene. So this is Marlene with Divvy. She is going to be our expert, our representative.
So from what we're seeing, the required credit score is only 550, right? So with that being said, I've had clients to apply with Divvy, and they believe that they have a 550, but they still got denied and wasn't quite sure why. Is there anything that you can say about that?
Yeah, I'm happy to speak to that. So yes, I think like the hard numbers, we're looking at a 550 minimum credit score across 3 different credit scores. And so something that I often get into conversation with is around those credit scores specifically, because as you guys know, there's a handful of different types of credit score numbers that you can expect to see for any person. Each of us has, one number that we probably associate to our bank, like one of our bank apps, or if you have like a savings account, those apps will give you a single number. However, Divvy is considering 3 different scores. We're looking at the FICO 2 score, a FICO 8 score, and we're also looking at a Vantage 4 score. And so these numbers are going to be atypical to what, the traditional consumer number that we're all used to seeing. And so one thing to keep in mind with that is that, the number that you may know through your bank, through another application or website that you're using may be a little bit different from the numbers that we're specifically pulling, just because they're not as traditional. They're calculated a little bit more differently, and they're way more specific to moving towards a rental or a loan. So for that reason, I definitely have had situations where clients are like, I have, a 580, like, why am I not qualifying? It's probably because one of these numbers had fallen below that 550. So that's really important to keep in mind too. One thing that I'll also add on top of that is that Divvy is also very mindful of whether or not there are charge-offs. If there's other information on your credit that would lead us to believe that maybe you do not have sufficient credit, that would also be a reason why a client could get declined based off of their credit scores. So I would say meeting that 550 across the 3 scores, as well as having just positive credit history and sufficient history, is going to be really key in moving forward in that pre-qualification and at least qualifying via your credit scores.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Lunch and Learn about Divvy. What we always want you to know is we believe that there are different ways to home ownership. Everybody does not have the same route to home ownership. That's why we're bringing you Divvy, and we'll be bringing more programs to you guys. So stay tuned. So again, reach out to us, and always remember, we're always invested in your investment.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
Thank you.